another dog.
Yeah.
And we was doing them credit cards back then, man. And
Right.
she come home with this Roddy, big old Roddy, man. But it was a puppy. You could tell it was gonna be big.
Yeah.
And I started to go off on her, but I said, you know what? And I laid down with that dog. I slept with that dog for about 2 weeks. And that dog, he just was attached to me, you know. I
Right.
didn't want him more attached to her than he
Right.
was to me. Because if I go off on him, you know, I'm still in them streets, man. I don't want that dog fucking with me. Yeah, but we on now, huh?
Yeah, they
Okay.
gonna come on in a minute. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
man, that shit is really weird how that really changed me completely about dogs, man. I was
Wow.
really
Wow.
scared of them.
Right, right.
But then, you know, I got cool with them and that was
You ever
it.
got bitten by a dog though? See, I got bit when
Yeah,
I was a
I
little
got
fella.
bit in my stomach by one of the pits I had.
Yeah, that changed you right then.
Yeah, but I had got, it didn't change because this was after I had started liking dogs.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and
Oh.
what was cool to me was my daughter was about 6, and I'm finna whoop her ass because she
Yeah.
did something. And that dog, I forget that dog name, was right in there, man. And I grabbed my daughter. That dog attacked me.
Woo! He was
Straight,
protective over the baby.
straight attacked me, man. I was gonna kill that dog. So I said, man, you know what? That was cool. He did
Wow,
that.
you protect that baby, man.
Hey, man, and
Because
it
he
was
didn't
my
know.
fault. That's what I'm saying. It was my
Yeah.
fault for doing that shit in front of him.
Wow.
My. It was a girl dog. Her name was My. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. She bit me right. I still got the mark, still in my stomach.
Wow. 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 That's how my dog was. My little dog. Anytime if I say something, if I say I'm a, I'm a, I'm gonna get mama. If I say that, oh man, she gonna be like, don't do it.
Don't do it.
And I'm like, I'm good. I'm just playing. I'm just. Don't let me say I'm gonna hit mama. It's on and cracking. Yeah, don't do it. Welcome everybody in the Chizat. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
What's up?
Dre and a double dose of it. We here for you, baby.
Like we supposed to.
You know.
Finna share this ism with you.
Oh
Not really
boy.
the ism, not the ism as we know it. I'm talking about life ism.
Right, right. Yeah. Come on up in here. Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Share it. Let people know we on so they can get a dose too.
You know it.
Yeah. Don't be stingy, man. Go ahead and share it right now, man. All my loved ones. Yeah, don't be stingy. Go ahead and share it. Ohio up in the house. Will you guys hit me with shout out your city, man? Let me
Where
see
they
where you
at?
at, man.
Where they at?
Where you at? Who up in here?
Hey, I just know we represented in all 4 corners of the goddamn country.
Please
Probably,
believe.
probably the continent.
San Diego, Detroit representing. All right.
That's what's up.
Dayton, Ohio's representing. St. Louis representing. Connecticut representing. California, San Diego. Connecticut. Mr.
Nah,
Host, what's up,
hey,
fam?
we all over there. That's right.
Yeah. Massachusetts up in this piece. Iowa up in this piece.
Well, Boston. Hey,
Chi-town.
this
Brooklyn.
cat, hey, Dre, this cat from Boston probably don't remember this, but you know, I remember the combat zone in Boston.
The Tacoma 253 up in this joint. Sack. Yes, sir. Rich City, baby. New York, Chicago. Port
Damn,
Arthur,
Dre.
Texas. Oklahoma,
We all over
Wisconsin,
this
Jacksonville,
motherfucker, man.
Florida. Louisiana, H-Town up in this piece. Louisiana, California, blessings. Extended clips of my loved one. What's happening? South Carolina up in this piece. We representing the whole country up in here.
I think I know Chillin' Dylan. No, maybe not.
AZ up in here. SW. SWU.
Oh, Jason Click. I know who that
You
is.
know? Yeah. Indianapolis up in this piece. What's happening with it? The remnant in the house. What's up with it? All the sidewalk. What's up with it? Sidewalk University. All the representatives up in here. What's happening? All the remnant members up in here. What's happening? Arlington, Texas up in here. Boston up in the house. Yes, sir. Arlington, Texas. Yeah. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you ain't subscribed, right? So you can get notified when this game is on. You don't want to miss this game. Chicago South Side. SWU alumni up in this piece. All right, I see you now. Represent 817 up in this piece.
That is Dylan Chillin. I thought that's who I thought
It
Dylan.
is him. Yeah, he wanted you to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dre, what you got up today, bro?
Oh man, I'm just on here with the one and only Rose Bizzle, man.
Man, let me tell you something, man. It never ceases to amaze me how shit happens. I'm just like we was talking about them dogs earlier, but I didn't have a lot of stuff happen this weekend.
Yeah.
Week. And challenging shit, man. You know, without going into details, it cost me because I just took too long to make the move. And it cost me, but it's okay because now I know.
Yeah.
It comes around. Shit comes around more than once. It's just gonna be in a different form because I'm gonna get action. And all I'm saying is this Sidewalk University keeps me grounded. Man, because I would have went off chasing this shit before.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you think of something and it looks good and shit.
Right.
This happened to be good. if I'd have went with it, I'd have won.
Wow.
But this motherfucker, it was a chance. You know what I'm saying? It's some street shit. So my point is, I decided not to do the shit. The shit motherfucking went just perfect, like they were saying. But I missed it. But Sidewalk University made me feel like, nigga, you might have missed that money, but you didn't miss shit. Because you got the most important thing, something to deliver. Man, you doing our thing, man. You dropping your science in your classes. I'm dropping mine in mine. And what I'm saying is we two brothers that's really fucking on the move as far as, making something of what we did in the past.
But that's beautiful, though. That's beautiful because not many of us in the same regard as far as lessons, as far as classes, as far as things of that nature, curriculums. I don't know nobody outside of you and I that's really doing that.
Hey, man, it's hard to do something when you just talk. If you used to doing what you say, then to you and I, it really ain't a big deal what we doing. But to people that just talk shit, we're like some real outstanding fellas. See, the thing about me and you, whether you say this to yourself or not, I'm not gonna say you do, but I'm pretty sure you do. We just really fucking confident. And it ain't got shit to do that we can catch any woman. It ain't got shit to do with ain't nobody gonna say this or whatever. It has to do with how much we believe in what we think. How much we believe in where we coming from.
Yeah.
Why do we believe it? Every single day we out there representing it. It ain't, Dre, when you was learning and you realized you had some conversation and you realized, shoot, I got to go, doggone put this shit down at the end. Man, you went out there every day.
Yeah.
You didn't go out there 3-4 days in a row and end up catching and that was it. No, you went out there, didn't catch, went out there, couldn't catch, went out there until you caught, and then you learned.
Mm-hmm.
It is me and you. Everything that we do is because we did it over and over and over until we learned it, till it was till we wake up doing it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We don't even have a plan.
Let me let me build on that.
Cause yeah,
Like Rosebud said that we did it over. You know? So let me just say this to you out there in the chat online. I failed over and over and over. Do you understand? I failed over and over and over and over. So you might be coming up and you might be looking at what somebody might consider failure as a bad thing. Failure is one of the greatest things. See, it's perception. You know why? Because failure makes you have to grow and overcome the failure. That's a
that's right.
great thing. It makes
Failure
you
is the
have to
best
grow.
teacher.
Go ahead, Rosebud.
Failure is the best teacher, brother.
Hey man.
It's you don't learn unless you fail.
Hey,
And you ain't gonna learn what you should have learned unless you try to do it after you fail.
please believe. Please
Hey,
believe.
Dre, just think about it, man. It ain't like you just woke up, say I'm finna be gorgeous Dre. We'll
Mm-hmm.
go out there and call bras.
Right.
I mean, you had bras before you start pimping, but when it came time to it, you might have turned out with one, but it ain't like people think.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
like we just some kind of way know it. No, we went out there and bumped our kneecaps and everything on that blade, man,
Mm-hmm.
until we, had it. And once we had it, we built on what we had.
Please
If you
believe.
got Dre, if you got confidence, you will try some shit that haven't been tried before. And I know that's true because I did it. Uh, I came up with Sidewalk University because I went to school, Ashford University. I was going to teach third grade. I felt that was the age I could intercept them and put them on the right track. But after I got my master's and I go to get my teaching credential, they come out the woodworks with a felony I had that was over 35 years old. And within that 35 years, I had never had any contact with the police again.
Mm.
And they still used it against me.
Wow. Wow.
But now, what I'm saying is, I went there and I saw what I saw trying to get that credentials, and I'm not going to willingly be defeated, right? So what I'm saying is that's where the school came up. And when I thought a little deeper about it, I realized I already had the curriculum. I just had to turn it into a real school type curriculum. Take it out of my head, put it on paper, put assignments together, and you can get to where I say you're gonna get, which is being confident.
Yeah.
But in order to do it, you have to fucking accept the truth. Man. You can't make up shit about yourself. Cause you didn't do that, Dre. If you want to be gorgeous, Dre, you knew you had to have some gators. You knew you had to look this way. You knew you had to be this way. So I ain't saying you just said you was gorgeous, Dre.
Right.
You became gorgeous, Dre.
The personification of it. Personification.
You just became gorgeous, Dre. That's why don't no motherfucker care about calling you gorgeous, Dre. I ain't calling that nigga gorgeous, Dre. Man, get some punks. Real niggas gonna call you gorgeous Dre. You didn't earn your goddamn name, Ain't nobody just, patting your back, talking about, hey, gorgeous Dre. Nah, nigga, you got rep.
Right.
And that shit come from you staying down like we did.
We did. Let me say this, man. Let me go on because, Rosebud and I both, we talk about confidence a lot. He started off talking about we just so confident. Let me just say this. I want you guys to bring your whole mind, as I say in my classes, bring your whole mind. Because I want to use this as an example. Okay? I want to use this as an example. In the average relationship, if you say to a female, if you use the word bitch to a female, I just want to use that, right? Not that I'm saying that I need to say that because I want to disrespect a female or I feel that she's less than, none of that. But I'm trying to make a point, right? So You use the word bitch to a female, she automatically has a negative reaction from you. Automatically. But why, when Rosebud and I use the word bitch, she has a positive reaction? Why is that? Why do you think? Right? So why does she have a negative reaction to you to the point that she ready to fight and she ready to say you disrespected me and this, that, and the other? See, it's something you haven't earned. You haven't earned the respect in her eyes, right? For you to say a word that might seem derogatory to the average female. But to this woman coming from me, she doesn't see it as derogatory. Why? Because I've earned something from her, a level of respect that you haven't. So when you say it, it's coming from a place that you haven't earned. You haven't earned respect. Why? Because it's something that you haven't lived. See, you earn respect from something that a female sees you live in front of her.
Yes.
Do you understand that? Something that she sees, she observed, you live in front of her, which makes her respect you as a man.
Hey, Drake, I don't want to cut you off, but
Go ahead.
I want to add this. See, that's what I be talking about when I say, yeah, you don't have to be a pimp. You
Mm-hmm.
just have to have something for her to do.
Mm-hmm.
Besides give you some goddamn pussy.
Right.
Because what I'm saying is when they see you chasing something and you give them action at being a part of it, and they see this shit materialize in different forms of, coming along, it's the same. I get the same respect that I used to get from them hoes. Cause they
Mm-hmm.
be saying, "Oh, gee, you be on your job. They be loving that shit." And all I be doing is something like what we doing now. Whatever we doing, and it is important for them to see me putting my efforts in making what I talk about real.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
just hoping it be real. Dre, you do it too. I'm sure we think differently about it, but in the end, we think the exact same about it.
Right, right, right. So look, that was absolutely true. But watch this. So I never drink and smoke in my life. It was something that was an enemy to me because when I was coming up, I seen how drugs through the 80s and how it had destroyed people that I loved in my family. I seen what it did to my dad. He never touched a drug till he was 40 years old. I seen what it did to a lot of older players who didn't have an idea what crack was because they was freebasing because it was a white man's drug back in the 80s and it was a player thing back then because rich, wealthy white men was freebasing. So when the crack came, they didn't know what crack was, right? So, like I said, it destroyed a lot of people that I love, my aunt, my family, so many people. So I hated it. And it made me not, want to participate in anything like that. So when I had broads, dudes used to know, and broads used to know that Dre have broads. You can't smoke or drink if you mess with me. They said Dre be strict, right? So I'm going somewhere with this, you guys, right? So now if I find out, which I have before, that a female was on the track smoking or drinking, right? She knows how I feel about it, right? Now, when she comes home, I'm going to check her. Now, watch this. Watch this. When she comes home, I'm going to say, bitch, what the fuck did I tell you? Bitch, what the fuck did I tell you? But see, I'm trying, bring your whole fucking mind because I'm trying to make you understand something. You got to first understand the foundation that I laid before the bitch came out, before the word came out. There was a foundation that was laid, right? I let her know what I'm about and why I'm about what I'm about. Why this is something that I'm totally against. Do you know what I'm saying? So she could understand me and my character, the fundamentals, the principles by which I live my life, and why. So I explained to her, this is why I don't like this. This is why this is an enemy to me. And this is why it's something that I totally reject. Now I know she knows that. So now when she goes on the streets and she does exactly what she knows repulses me, and when she comes, and then I say, bitch, what the fuck did I tell you? You see why she's going to accept it? But you ain't never laid no foundation. You ain't never given a reason why she should be there, because she's not going to accept that you said that to her, because she's going to feel it's not justified that you told her or you called her a bitch. It's not justified. So because she doesn't feel that you calling her that is justification, then she's going to have a reaction against that word that you said that she was. But when I say it, it's because the broad done violated principles, and the broad could accept it because she knows she's out of pocket and she knows that she's wrong. And there's justification because I've showed her where she was wrong at. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now you got to understand there was a building that came before the bitch. The bitch didn't just come out of nowhere. There had to be a foundation laid before the bitch came. Because when I say the word, it has to have intent to it. The word I say is not to say it because I think I could say it, or I'm trying to impress my friends because I say it, because I'm trying to denigrate her. No, it's way bigger than that. There's a purpose to me in when I say it. Do you understand? And the purpose in me was try to let her know I'm trying to help you be the best you could be. But now you understand how this situation has affected me and how it can affect you. And now if I don't say nothing, now you're going to think I'm a punk. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm a punk. So now you forcing me to check you. I got to do it. Whether I wanted to or not, I got to do it. Because now I know you know. See, you ain't never laid that foundation. I'm giving you guys game. Put the like button on there. Put your thumbs up in the air or something, man.
Hey, but it ain't for everybody. What I'm saying, you spend some real fucking shit. And let me, you know Sir Captain, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know he never smoked or drank.
Mm-hmm.
But for totally different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he just said he didn't like it. He tried it, and that just wasn't him, and he didn't need that to help his pimp, blah, blah, blah. He used to say that shit, you know, we blowing cane and smoking weed in front of him, and he's saying that shit. And then we looking at this nigga got like 13 bitches, you know, mm-hmm. and so we can't say nothing about him. Plus, he was the kind of nigga, man, I don't do that kind of goddamn shit, but I'm with y'all, so I'm going to put it up. And he put money up so we could blow, but he wasn't fucking with it. My point is, when you have a principle like that, whatever it is that got you with that principle is strong enough to take any kind of blows to it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing can change you from where you was coming from because it's in you. In the same with Sir Captain. I told that nigga, man, at first I was gonna be mad at you. But I really liked him, man. He was a straight up nigga, you know what I'm saying? He didn't do what we did, and if we thought something was about it, that was on us.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Because he ain't changing.
Yeah.
And he gonna kick it with us.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah.
You know, he just was cool. Now, I mean, you know, I don't know what people think about smoking, drinking, or none of that. I mean, that's them. My family, none of that went on. My family, straight Christians. You know, I hated that shit.
Right.
You know, so that could be why I gravitate to it. Because my mom used to wake up, God this, God that, we can't do shit without saying whatever to God, blah, blah, blah. And then what I really hated was my mother was a hustler. She would do fucking dinners, rummage sales, all this kind of shit. And she would make X amount of money, maybe $300-400 in a weekend. Now, back then, that was hella money.
Yeah.
And she would give it all to the church.
Wow.
Listen, man, I'm talking about the 10% that's supposed to be your tithe. That's what she kept. And she gave the rest to the church. And we hated that, all of us. We hated that. Because, you know, sometimes we didn't have no bread. We didn't have this or that. And mama talking about the church got this money right here. Woo, woo, woo. Mama, how you going to give all the money to the church? It ain't mine no way. that mama, you made it. You know she used to make quilts, all this shit. She would make money and give it all to the church. And that shit, believe me though, I'm telling you, my mom, she told us that she did it because she was a Christian. She wanted to do it. You know, she don't want her preacher riding in no raggedy car, thinking about how hot it is instead of the word he gonna deliver to me. I want him in the air conditioned vehicle so that he could think about nothing but what he's supposed to think about. Now she said that to me when I said, "Well, Mama, why you give a preacher all the money and he driving, you know, like that, blah blah blah." She said, "Boy, you crazy." And she just told me, and she explained that she wants the preacher living and being in total comfort so he can concentrate on the word, period. Now, she told me that and it fucking made sense to me. I didn't like church after that, but it made sense to me, man. You know, so I kind of understood it. But let me tell you, man, she said that God ain't gonna let her feel no pain. God ain't gonna let her lose her mind. She ain't gonna take no medicine that doctors talking about taking because they had told her she had cancer. And she said, you know, they gave her 6 months to live. And she said, "I don't believe that mess." She said, the Lord, only the Lord know when them doctors don't know. 7 years later, Dre, she died. But what I'm saying is, while she was sick, she said, "The Lord gonna let me die in my bed with all my kids around me, and He gonna let me say goodbye."
Wow.
Let me tell you, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's powerful.
That's exactly what happened.
That's powerful.
I'm telling you, man, she says she know it. And I'm talking about that's the power of belief.
Yes, it is.
I'm telling you, man, that's the power of belief.
And you can apply that to anything.
Any goddamn thing.
Anything.
Hey, that's why I'm a fanatic with what I believe. I'm just like my mama.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like my daddy because I think I can do any goddamn thing.
Yeah.
My daddy used to say, "Boy, you went to school. You should be able to do anything." Daddy, they didn't teach us that stuff in school. Still, you went to school, so you should be able to use your head. And he would do his fist like this up against our head. It hurt. That's called mauling your head.
Right.
Punch you to maul our head. Boy, you need to use your head.
Yeah.
Hey, man, and that's why we all thinkers. All my brothers and sisters, we thinkers. You can't ask us shit we don't have opinion on. And I think that's great.
Ain't no question.
Yeah, man, that's a missing part of men today. Men don't have no backbone to stand on what they believe.
You know, a lot, man, you know, I talk a lot in the class about socialization and indoctrination. You know, I talk about that. I talk about one of the things that I say is that most of us are operating with a secondary mind. And the reason I say it is because I say when they brought us over here in 1619, I know some brothers say a lot of us was already here, some of our people. Okay, cool. But I'm specifically talking about when we were brought here, 1619. The original people for the first probably 5 years that came here with their own concept of who they were. It was hard for America to sell to those original people that they was less than, that they was slaves. There was some resistance to that shit. Fucker say, man, what the hell? Because, you know, they had their original mind. They had their original thoughts about what they thought about their God, what they thought about their religion, what they thought about family, what they thought about everything that was contrary to what America was telling them you gonna think. So I could see within that first 5 to 7 years, I know a lot of us just faced death. But the problem is after 15 years, 20 years, when our people were being born in America in the condition of the indoctrination, where they had no point of reference to how the original people thought. And all they thought and all they had was what America had indoctrinated them to believe. They didn't have the people that came here from the original ship to tell them how to originally think, to have the original resistance. They didn't have that. They grew They was born in the condition that you're a slave. They believed it. Even back then, if you ran away from slavery, you was a criminal. So they even believed if they ran away from slavery that they were criminals. That's the indoctrination. So after, just think about 100 years later, 200 years later, all we've ever had was what the country has told us to love, to hate, to value. Everything that America has said to us, that's what we believe. So we got all of our concepts from the indoctrination, all of our values from the indoctrination, because we don't have point of reference to how we originally thought. So in my class, I talk about how we originally thought. Who were you and who were we before we came here? That has to be a subject that we start talking about, because all we have right now is what we was taught to believe, what we was taught to feel about ourselves, right? That's why it's hard for me to send my child to get educated by an enemy, and I consider it an enemy because of what you've done to our people, our ancestors, and what you continue to do with your laws today. So I refuse to send my children in an environment to think, oh, they're going to teach my kids something great. The people who really think this way about us. So I'm going to send my kids into this environment. That's why there's a, what they call it, prison. What does they call it? What they call that when they say from school, pipeline from school to prison?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a pipeline, right? So because all we got is indoctrination. Why do you think that we kill each other so easily? Because that indoctrinated mind that we accept that we're less than. Because they taught us you was less than. Did you learn anything else? All you've learned is America's ideas. That's why today we value everything that America values. I said this in class one day. I said, let me give you a perfect illustration. We talk about music, we talk about entertainment. You could be a person that has sold millions of albums and you still don't feel like you have really achieved the ultimate into the white structure have given you an award, patted you on the head, and said, "You done a good job. You won an award," right? But you could have won millions of albums before that, but you don't feel accepted until they tell you that you did a good job. You don't think that comes from indoctrination? You don't feel accepted until the Grammys give you something, the Academy Awards give you something, even though you could already be a star. But until the white man say to you, "You did a good job. You a good boy," right? You don't feel like you did a good job. That's indoctrination. So in my classrooms, Rosebud, we tackle that, man. And I give them the value of original mind and the power of the advantage of operating with an original mind, and told them how I got mine. And the evidence in my life, how I've moved with it and what I've been able to do to the adversaries. Because I'm moving with a mind that they don't have a point of reference to control. You only moving with a mind that they done taught you to have. And they are the founders of that mind, that culture, that thought process. They tell you capitalism is the most important thing, which is the bag. So all we talk about is the bag. But you don't think that in our original mindset there were other things that we valued that was bigger than the bag? Maybe family, maybe unity, that those things were elevated and the bag maybe came along with the territory. When I had a hoe, I've said this before. When I had a hoe, my main focus with this broad wasn't the money. My main focus is you get this information because the fucking money go with the territory. It's gonna
Period.
come. The money go with
Period.
the territory, broad. But
Period.
you listen to what I'm telling you. And if you listen to what I'm telling you, right? Because I'm not teaching you how to be a great hoe. I'm telling you the information that I'm giving you will make you great at any goddamn thing that you decide to use it with. Because once I give you the game, one thing for sure, I can't take it back. It's yours forever.
Hmm.
That's real shit.
Hey, that's why motherfucking taking it all. Hey, that's right. But Dre, a lot of people they don't understand what you just said. A lot of people, they want to go through everything except what it takes to become who they trying to be. You,
Mm-hmm.
you know, uh, as far as uh, the beginning of where you originated from, the things that you don't have anymore. See, dudes like us, I know people gonna think I'm talking shit, but I'm not. We're the closest to the original way
Oh, ain't no question.
a person's supposed to be
Ain't no question.
that
Ain't no
there is,
question.
because we don't care about when somebody said is cool. We don't care about what society says you have to do. We're doing what we think we want to do. That's why we see ourselves as kings, as the stars. We are the stars. Them
Mm-hmm.
goddamn stars want to get with us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they get us seats, and they be on the stage nodding to a nigga. But what I'm saying is, it's because of the respect that we actually command. We
Yeah.
don't demand it, we command it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
big difference.
Unpack that. Unpack that for these squares, man.
Well, check it out. If you command, it's from respect.
Mm-hmm.
If you demand, it's from threats.
Yeah.
It's from you feelings you have this power.
Insecurity.
Yeah, it's better to command.
Yes, sir.
We command respect. That's why we can talk shit and ain't got to talk shit to this particular person, but this particular person and every other motherfucker that's listening will be saying, yeah, you know, and telling stories about us.
Mm.
You know, because we command respect. We ain't
Yes,
saying a
indeed.
nigga better kiss my ass because I'm the motherfucking Rosebud. You know, I got this. Nah, we don't do that bullshit.
Hell no.
We ain't about that. We about representing what we say out our mouth, and that's what make us motherfuckers to us.
Please believe.
That we don't say nothing we don't do.
Right.
That's why we real motherfuckers to us.
Please believe.
Yeah.
I've heard some people in the chat talk about how West Africans did this and what. You got to go back further than that to original thought, original mind. And then let me say this. Let me tell you one of the biggest problems with black people. They the first ones to get to talking about and thinking about how goddamn sharp they are. Oh, they'll read a book and they'll do this and talk about and sound intelligent, but in their own life, there's nothing that shows with all that goddamn intelligent talking and all that shit. That shit don't mean nothing to me. You know, our people are famous for just talking big. You know what I'm saying? And just like I be telling all these cats all the time, all these talk heads out here that's always talking, talking, talking. What have you done? What has your information done? You just talking. I don't
See,
even let cats, man, when I'm on certain lives and stuff, I don't even let people come on that just talking, trying to show how brilliant they are and how smart they are until they can produce what in your life can you show what your information have garnered. Because if you don't have the receipts of your brilliance, then you just talking. Ain't nobody want to hear what the hell you saying. If
really.
you can't produce the receipts, the evidence to your information, just shut up. Shut
Hey,
up.
hey, Trey, whatever you've been through in your short life, you represent it and have been represented and have milestones you can look back on that shows you represent it. Therefore, you ain't just talking. You may be stating where you coming from, and this is your position on this, but your position is widely accepted by every nigga that made his name in the motherfucking streets because they know what it takes to have a name. They know what it takes. Dre, I mean, you know, not to kiss up to you, bro, but I know you done been through it maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yes, indeed.
And still Dre, still go, still don't smoke, still don't drink. Come on, man. This is this nigga. This you. That, you know, ain't no change in you till they throw the last shovel of dirt on you, brother.
And you've been the same, and you've been here longer than me, representing that. You know what I'm saying? So not only can they see it from me, but they can see it from people that have been here longer than me. The same consistency, the same fire to this day. Rosebud, still talking his shit, still living up to it, still confident to this day, still feel he can do anything to this day. And he's right. We the closest to the original thought and the original man. The
That's goddamn
closest to
right.
it.
And it ain't got nothing to do with pimping a bitch.
At all. Has everything to do with being a man. But
Period.
you don't know what a man is to be one.
Cause they didn't been fooled, right?
Yeah. The whole
Dre,
thing is,
something else.
go ahead.
Another thing these Peckerwoods did that helped them corral us was make sure they took every fucking thing that the language, the anything that we could do together. They made sure we can't do that no more. But any other motherfucker, a Japanese, a Chinese, a Hawaiian, whoever, they got their own language. They can come here and go to Chinatown or whatever. Niggas can't go no motherfucking where because they stripped all that from you to control you. That's why one nigga in some areas okay. 2, they get suspicious. 3, they gotta have meetings and stop this shit because there's too many niggas. Shit. I just believe in being boisterous and speaking with my mind as far as that go. I ain't with the bullshit, man. I'm with you, Dre.
Man, I'm serious, man. I can't. It's our people's the worst at that. You know, you go and that's why some of the churches is filled up with a bunch of broads. You know, the Christian church is filled up with a bunch of broads, and then when you do got some dudes over there, a lot of them be feminized and you know come up out of the LGBTQ and all this kind of stuff. You know, yeah, that's what they come up out of because the church is not gravitating. Man is not gravitating to it. You know, my class is majority men. I might have a couple of women, whatever. But the majority of people in my classes are men because men gravitate to the strength and to something that's strong. And that's the basis of anything that you want to run. It's got to come through the man. You know what I'm saying? And then see, I believe that the Most High is orderly. I believe that he created man, then he created the woman on purpose. That was his reason. He had a reason before, and there's order to things. So I don't have a problem with men being attracted to the message and to the teachings that I give, because I know it's the man first. It's gonna come through the man. Once we get the man right, then the woman's gonna follow suit. The reason why the women are the way they are today is because these dudes is ass backwards today.
Dude,
direction.
you speaking the truth right there. The reason the women are like they are today is because of the dudes.
Yeah, absolutely. Period. But they don't want to take that kind of responsibility. And that's a feminine characteristic.
Goddamn right. Nigga Poser want to take that responsibility. We ran towards it.
You feel me? Ran.
Sprinted fast as we could.
I'm talking about for real. You know,
soon as we got a taste of it,
man, come on,
never let go,
man.
Because this is what we supposed to be, you know. And whatever you think, man, you you should be a thinker. You shouldn't be scared to think. You should want to think. I sometimes I don't get to go to sleep because I think so much.
Hey, ain't no question. Ain't no question. Yeah, and let me hit on this, man. This accountability, because nowadays a lot of our men have become so and then when I say what I'm saying, because I might lose some of you guys because you are very sensitive about certain things. And so what you have done, this is the trick. This is the mental trick. What you have done is you've built up defensive because of your insecurity. And your defenses is an act of violence. Now listen, bring your whole mind. Watch what I'm saying to you because you might miss it, but you got to think, especially in my classes. You got to think, right? So what you've done is through your insecurity, you've built up defenses. And that defenses is a violent reaction, right? And so now the violent reaction camouflages, right, the lack of man that you are, because everybody else outside that see the violent reaction attributes that to manhood. Oh man, that boy's a killer. That boy's a this, that, and the other. Not knowing that those reactions are feminine characteristics. Why?
Dre,
Because why?
Dre, you remember I hate to sorry to cut
No,
you off,
go ahead, go ahead.
but you remember we used to say, man, when you run out of words, you
Yeah.
just ran out of game.
Oh, ain't no question.
And you're gonna resort to violence.
Yeah. So it's the
Period.
same thing. Look,
Yes.
when you when you have reacted because of an insecurity of someone saying that there's a deficiency in you, your defense is a reaction of violence to try to camouflage that deficiency inside of you.
Yep.
That's not manly.
Yeah.
The people who run the world, if you observe them, they don't have a rough, tough exterior. Because having a rough, tough exterior in the global arena is an indication of an insecurity, not of strength. I'm talking to the people who run the world. I'm not talking about to the ghetto. I'm not talking about to the hoods, right? Because they don't run shit, right? I'm talking about how the world is ran. And if you come into an environment on the global platform with the characteristics of reacting up out of that insecurity, they'll shut the door and won't allow you in because they understand that they're dealing with a fool who's potentially liable to bring everything to ruin based on their emotions, and they can't afford that because they know that men think through things. They have healthy debates and healthy conversations because that's how men do things. Because iron sharpens iron. They know little boys that don't get their way or get offended resort to violence because the mind has stopped. Because they don't have enough intelligence to hold a conversation with somebody else that has intelligence. So you resort to the easiest thing, your animalistic part of you. You resort to the animal,
Hey,
not
hey,
the
Dre.
man.
Now think about what you're saying, and think about how much you have to be thinking about when you go into a situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
And now, me and you, sure, we don't want to be look like no punks, but that's the last thing we thinking about. We want to look like men,
Mm-hmm.
pimps. We want to handle whatever this motherfucker shooting at us with words,
Yeah.
we don't care how long it take, because you ain't gonna shut us down, because you ain't gonna get no reaction out of me other than me defending my manhood
Mm-hmm.
verbally. And I'm gonna make it to where you can't stand it,
Right.
and you gonna get violent. That's me, and that's where I'm thinking,
Right.
because we never had fights in the game, man.
Right. 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 Right.
You know, we
Right.
had arguments, but we handle it like I'm saying now.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, the issue is this, right? Is one's perspective of what they think a punk is. See, that's where the issue is right there, right? So if you think a punk is somebody that called you a bitch and you don't react to that, you think that's a punk. I don't think that's a punk, right? If someone calls me a bitch, I've had it happen to me when I was in the feds. A nigga that didn't like me. Man, you ain't nothing but a bitch. And I told him, well, you're not a peer of mine. You ain't nobody that's in my circle of any value. So why would I give you any energy about what you said? Because the moment I react to what he said to me, I make him relevant. The only thing I'm gonna do if he tries to come and harm me, I'm gonna defend myself. Then it's gonna be a fight, right? But if he don't do that and he just called me a bitch, I'm not gonna lend who I am to just anybody. That means just anybody at any time can call me a bitch. They could be a bum on the street. They could be anybody, and they can get a reaction out of me all the time. See, that's the weakness in the black man. His idea of what he think a punk is. That's the weakness in the black man. Because if you was out there talking to Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos, and you seen him and you was arguing with him, not him arguing with you, and you said, you ain't nothing but a bitch. Do you think that Bezos would pay any fucking attention to your little ass? Not even a second. He wouldn't give you, your fucking words would be nothing to him. He's a fucking billionaire. I always tell a nigga, I'll let a nigga win the conversation because in his mind, that's all his understanding of value is. He won an argument because I never said anything. But he don't understand I didn't say anything because he was jump off a penny and break your neck. Nothing and small to me. Beneath me. To lend myself over to him or just anybody. Right? So then your idea of what a punk is what you have to think about. Because, like I said, whatever you give yourself over to, right? Whatever you give yourself over to, you've given it relevance. Whatever that is, you've given it relevance. So you got to understand what idea of punk is because people who run the world, they don't operate like that. See, I studied them. I didn't study niggas in the ghetto. I didn't study who the tough nigga was. I didn't study who had bodies, who the killer was. That's because I know that white men unconquered us from since the day we was here and still to this day. So I'm not worried and thinking about no tough nigga because tough niggas get submitted by the white man. So let me study the motherfuckers that's submitting all of my people. Let me study him. Let me see what he reads. Let me study him. I'm going to study him. I'm going to master him because that's what a fight is necessarily going to be. Once our people get their head out of their asses and recognize that we are not each other's enemy. So that's what I studied. That's why I was able to win in police accountability because when I was growing up, my dad had me studying them, not niggas. Bars, nigga.
Hey man, that's why we need Mel. You know, we need brothers like Mel, like me, like you. You know, we need to be here. So that that passion you have when you be talking, see, these motherfuckers don't understand it. They recognize it, but they don't understand it. You really fucking feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you really feel that way. So that passion is genuine. You ain't, putting on no show for no likes. You really believe that your dad wanted you to be much sharper than the regular motherfucker because your dad wasn't regular.
Right.
No matter what he was to whoever, to him, he wasn't regular. And he didn't think like regular motherfuckers. And he always, as far as me, knowing him, represented that really old school gentlemanly type mannerism.
Yeah.
I think I said it before. I don't even think I ever heard him raise his voice.
Yeah. He was never on that kind of stuff.
I'm just saying that's the kind of nigga he was. He was that confident.
Oh, ain't no question. Yeah. Ain't no question. I used to always say that the strong control the weak, but the wise control the strong. See? The strong control the weak, but the wise control the strong. So I want you to understand my mindset, right? Why I never gave out. See, when people see me, our culture, our people, they have this exterior tough guy image. But I'm going to tell you, bring your whole goddamn mind. I'm going to tell you where it's birthed from, right? This tough guy image, this kind of, that was birthed from being conquered by white people. That's what I was birthed from. Because we've been so conquered that we have to have this exterior towards our women. So we think. We got to have this exterior, right? Because we've been so humiliated in front of our women. So conquered in front of our women. So there's this thing that grew up out of our people, this exterior that I'm hard and I'm tough. Because we're trying to show our women that we can protect them. That we can protect them. But you can't protect them with that shit. You got to outthink these people. Not out bronze them. When I was doing police accountability, cats was saying, Dre, we need to go get some guns. Nigga, if you don't get away from me right now, how you gonna get some fucking guns to the people who make the bullets and make the guns? You over there thinking you're gonna get some guns, and these people done got stealth bombers. They can see a penny if it's head or tails from 30,000 feet in the goddamn air with the planes they got, and you talking about getting some goddamn guns. Nigga, I ain't gonna whoop them like that. I'm gonna whoop them. I'm gonna whoop them with something that's gonna make them applaud me. Because see, what you don't know about this enemy is that he understands the value of knowledge, because he knows that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding secures the future. So if he's seeing me come from nothing, born from a pimp and a prostitute, with information that has finally overcome white supremacy that has dominated the world, if he's seeing this man came from this environment, has dominated white supremacy that conquers the world, we need what he has. We need to know where it comes from. So what they do, they study me. They study me. They got some of their best minds studying me. That's why the FBI, they have the, what you call it, they have a profile on everybody who considers himself a leader. There's a profile where great thinkers come together and they build a profile on you, and they try to say, okay, this comes from that, and why he might think this, and this is what he's capable of doing. This profile. So they try to study because they want the knowledge. Because every goddamn country in the world is vested in great thinkers. Every country want the great thinker. You think they want the fucking money. They print that shit. They want the great thinker, because the great thinker will give their country an advantage for the future. So I'm a great thinker. People, you say, they're going to try to kill you. Oh, no, they love me. They love me because they love knowledge. And they are feeling that we own all the goddamn knowledge. We own all the Ivy League universities. We're teaching our people how to run the world. But here this man come from a place that we are not familiar with, and we want to know that knowledge. We want to know how he learned to think that way, how he learned to move that way, because it is unfamiliar to us. See, I'm giving you guys some shit that's out of your range, but I'm giving it to you for you to grow. Come on, man. I'm giving it to you for you to grow.
Hey, they got to hear it before they know it's out there, man. They never hear him. They never heard what you're talking about. So what I'm saying is, once they hear it, that's when they come looking for it, because it opens doors. Even though we're telling these dudes how they ain't doing what we talking about, it's still opening the door to them.
Yeah.
Now whether they come in and seek this information is on them. And if you want to see it, SWU new semester starting in July, and we both know it's never stopped.
Pause. Tell them your new semester, and tell them all that your new semester and all that. Tell them when it's starting and everything, bud. Don't go by that.
Okay, now, my semesters are 90 days. 90 days of extensive, you actually doing what it takes to become what you're trying to become, which is responsible. The average guy do not take life serious enough to be responsible for what comes out their mouth. You do. I mean, I ain't saying you look in the mirror and say, I'll never say something out of my mouth that I won't do. But I bet you look in the mirror and think that shit as you brush your teeth or whatever. You ain't letting nothing come out your mouth that ain't real. And what as far as going to make it real, is that once it come out your mouth, you feel them do everything in your power to do it. We don't talk shit. Thinking about where we come from, them I guess jungles or whatever. You never seen a bully in the group. Because them dudes didn't think like that. Them dudes knew what a man was, and I guess at whatever age, they're gonna go kill a lion and bring that motherfucker back, and he gonna be a man. Period. He ain't gonna have to be bullying nobody. He ain't gotta be the baddest. They just men, and they got respect from all the women because they proved themselves.
So tell them when your class start, bud, so they can know that, and how to get in contact with you so they can get in.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's every 3 months: January, April, July, October, and then January again. So what I'm saying is, every first of those months, you can get into Sidewalk University.
And
You
how?
can
How do they do that?
PayPal.com, or you hit my doggone
Email?
Cash App. And either way, you go to PayPal, you select the send money tab, send the money to my email, and I'll get it. And then
How
I'll
do they
send you.
contact you though, bud? To let you know they want to get in.
They PayPal contacts me.
Oh no, I'm saying if somebody's right now that don't know nothing about it, they say I want to contact Rosebud so I can I tell him I want to get in the class, and then you can tell them what to do. So it's through
Ask
your email.
Rosebud at gmail.com. That's
AskRosebud@gmail.com. You guys remember that. That's how you email Rosebud. Tell him you're interested in getting in the class because the next month is that next 3 months is starting in July. So you make sure that you email him, tell him, and he'll give you instructions exactly what to do. That's how you do that.
and you don't have to worry about no materials. All you do is register and show up. I provide everything.
That's
And I
what's up.
provide every lesson that you can actually do. It's just, will you man up?
That's good. So my classes are Mondays and Fridays right here on YouTube. They're YouTube live classes, Mondays and Fridays at 7 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time, West Coast time. And all you got to do is uh, become. It says join right on my YouTube page. It says join. Right, it's right by the subscribe. Sometimes you got to use your laptop and your computer to join. For some reason, YouTube do that sometime. I don't know what that's about. Some people have used their phones to join, but don't get discouraged. If you can't use your phone to join, sometime YouTube be tripping. Just use your laptop or your computer. And we do it every Monday and Friday at 7 p.m. West Coast time, which is Pacific Standard Time, right? That's the remnant classes. So now you ain't got no excuses. Get up in there, get this information because both Rosebud and I go far a lot deeper. We just want to come on here on on our Tuesdays to share with you, right? Because sometimes people need to see some of the stuff that we talk about so that you can know the depth of the information that you're going to be getting, right? Some of it. So we give you, sprinkle you, and let you know that we go even further, right? So Rosebud got some shit for you that's going to take you further if you apply it. And so is my classes. So there you go.
Man, speaking of how deep we be going, see, I teach that there's a lot of things going on when you're talking. Now, everybody that comes to my, I guess, school, come because they thinking about catching broads. I tell them you got to get that shit off your mind because you can't catch no broad till you catch yourself. Now, what I'm really saying is they come in, and I got to get them to believe that if you don't tell
Don't give
yourself
it
the
away,
truth,
bud. You don't give it
oh,
away.
I ain't giving them nothing, man.
Okay.
I've 15 years, man. They still don't know.
Right.
But
Right.
I'm saying, if you don't believe that you know what conversation is, you'll never be able to have one that's effective.
Right.
So I teach them that you got to surrender yourself to what me and you actually be talking about.
Absolutely.
We be talking about believing in yourself. There's no wall that you can't run through, even a steel wall. You can run through it. You got to believe that. There's several things involved, with holding the conversation. Excuse me. There's intrigue. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to intrigue who you talking to. And in the way you do that, as you tell your story, you use your words, you use your body, and you use all of this to complement as you talk. And once you got them intrigued, you engage them by periodically making eye contact with them. Now you doing all this, thinking all this as you talking.
Yeah.
I'm saying you get so goddamn sharp because you learn how to do all these things at once because you're not processing them individually.
Yeah.
Because all the things you learn, you go out and do today. And as long as you do that, and you continue to do it tomorrow with the new stuff you learn, you're going to be like me and you, dude.
Please believe.
Every fucking thing we did was based on how we perceived ourselves.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
we perceived ourselves as monsters.
Man, man. Yeah,
That's why whatever we say, whatever we talked about, I don't care if it was peanut butter and jelly. It was dope. Period.
yeah,
Motherfuckers loved it.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely,
And,
absolutely.
and this can be taught. This can be taught, man. But the person that's being taught got to believe like me and you believed.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't nobody have to wake you up and get you out to go to work?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't nobody have to tell you to cross the street, get that baby?
Right.
I'm saying you did all this stuff on your own, and that shit became you.
Yeah.
And then 20 years down the line, you're a monster.
Hey, man. Look, man. So people might. Well, what do you teach about in your class? I teach about conquering. That's what I teach. But in order for you to understand about conquering, we gotta talk about all the areas in you that are deficient because of what you've learned. Because you haven't learned the best that this country have to offer you. They've sold you with an indoctrinated mind. So I teach about relationships. I teach about men, women. I talk about the game, right? I talk about politics. I talk about every area of life and how every area of life you must take dominion over. And I teach you how to take dominion over every area of life. I tell people, listen, I was in the game, I had 8 holes, a millionaire in the game, had the big house, a big mansion in Frisco, the big old penthouse over there, paid $3,600 in the 90s, all the cars, all that shit, right? But then now, look, I've been married 25 years this year. So I got both ends of the spectrum, right? I've been to prison, federal prison, but I also changed state law and lead the country in police accountability, right? So there's everything that I talk about. And in all those things that I talk about, I've conquered all of them. And that's what I talk about, how to conquer every area of your life. And I got the receipts and you know it, right? Because the good thing about it is that my shit was televised. They always say, it won't be televised. Well, mine's was. American Pimp was televised. All the stuff I did with police accountability was televised, right? So the receipts are there. So you ain't got no excuse. You just got to not want it. You got to not want it, right? You value entertainment. You'll go spend $2,500 for a ticket to the Super Bowl, and that's for somebody else. But when you come home after the entertainment is gone, what do you got? How has it built you? How has it built you? What has it done for your future? You've been entertained. You might as well just go have sex for 30 minutes and that would have been over with, right? So what do you have that's going to benefit you after the entertainment is gone? That's what Bud and I is worried about. How
You,
you going to be empowered? What you going to do for your family? But it starts with you. Nigga, I don't sell nothing to nobody. People got to have the value. If you don't got the value, then keep it pushing. Shit. Real shit.
real talk, Drake.
You got to see the value because if you don't see the value, you can't see yourself as valuable.
Well, that's the big thing. Most dudes don't see the value in themselves, but it's because they're full of shit. They do not tell themselves the truth. They do not do what they say they're going to do. See, I mean, all of that stuff I'm just talking about right now, you automatically do.
Right.
You automatically do it. You don't even think about it. You automatically do it. Therefore, you got big value in you, what you worth. You believe what you say. You believe how you say you feel. You don't need nothing to spark you. This shit is real.
Yeah.
And that's my point. And not that we teach differently. We teach the same thing, but we go about it according to our characters.
Ain't no question. Our own experience.
We both serious about responsibility, about making something of yourself,
Yeah.
not needing me or him to help you make something of yourself. But if we can, we here to do it.
Yeah.
We willing, we kick it. So it ain't like it's a secret.
I want somebody from Sidewalk University to come on and just share some of the things. Don't give it away, just how it's impacted your life. And I want some people from the remnant class, you share as well. So I'm gonna put the link up here, and I think that would be a good indication, right, for people to see. Here's the link in the chat. If you in the chat, go check it out. So remnant, somebody from the remnant, and somebody, hold on. Okay, somebody from Sidewalk University. I want you guys to come on if you don't mind and just share a little bit, man. Just share a little bit. Just share a little bit. The link
Chillin' Dylan, I seen you out there. Where you at, Chillin' Dylan?
Yeah, come on up in here. And bless the people one time.
See,
that's right.
Kermit,
that's right.
You talking about the Kermit Nero's, what he just wrote up there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
See, but he should have called in and made that point.
Yeah. So come on up and here with Rosebudd and I and share the room with us. I know I got some remnant members out there, and I know Rosebudd got some Sidewalk University people out there. I'm trying to figure out why it's being so difficult for you guys to get up on here. It might take a little process when you hit the link to get on here though. So we'll wait for you. Until then, me and Rosebud keep chopping this thing up.
Keep chopping it up, man.
Yeah.
There's
Jay Click. You know Jay Click? That must be one of your folks.
Jay Click, yeah.
Jay Click, what's up?
That's Jason.
How you doing, Andre? How you doing, Professor?
What's happening, Jason?
We can't see you. Is that on purpose?
Turn your video on.
There you go. There you go.
What's going on? How you fellas doing tonight?
All right.
Bless. Thanks for coming on, baby. Thanks for coming on.
What SW has done for me, my 3-year anniversary will be 30th. That will be my third after graduation. Since that time, had full
Yeah,
your audio is kind of like delaying.
We only getting some of what you're saying.
Maybe because you hooked up to the
Bluetooth.
To the Bluetooth.
I'm on the
You got to unhook from the Bluetooth.
Okay. Let me call back in. Let me call.
All right, come on. Here your boy Dylan right here, bud.
All right. What's up,
Dylan?
What's happening, OGs?
What's happening?
Hey, forgive my voice. I'm a little under the weather at the moment, but man, I just wanted to WU. That's one of the most beautiful things I could have invested in because it kind of unlocked a part of me that I feel like was always as a youth, That's what Rosebudd kind of hinted at before. Now, it's been a couple years now since I graduated, but the thing, being sure of myself, I find my question. I don't even have to ask y'all the questions now. It's like I got the answer. I just got to ask boom. I know the right thing to do because I don't got to hesitate.
Dylan, let me ask you something. If you had to put it on one thing that you got from SWU that allowed all of this to happen, what would you say it was?
Self
what? I didn't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, your audio, because you guys be having your Bluetooth on, I think, and your audio is kind of echoing. But go ahead, try it again.
Can you hear me back?
It keeps turning off.
Yeah, but what's your answer?
I was just saying, self-assurance.
Self-assurance. Okay, let me
Yeah.
ask this. Self-assurance is part of what you were saying. So what made you have or get this self-assurance?
Oh man, the test you put us through and out there in the real world to that we confident about what we're doing. We testing it
Okay,
out.
that's true. But let me tell you and see if you agree. I think everybody that's from SWU, once you stop bullshitting yourself, lying to yourself about little things that you don't even realize you're lying to yourself about, once you stop that shit, you were able to believe in what you thought. And that's powerful right there.
Mm-hmm.
Really believing in what you think. You don't second guess yourself. You believe it, you think it, and you go do it. Because you ain't gonna think no bullshit. You ain't gonna think to kill a cop. You ain't gonna think to rob a bank. You ain't gonna think none of that shit. You agree with that?
100%. Yeah, that was like the first lesson. Cut the bullshit out. Be real with yourself. You're gonna be real with the rest of the world.
Thank you, Dylan, man. We got to go on, man. Thank you for sharing
Appreciate
with us,
it.
loved one.
Appreciate
All right, holla back. PB, what's up?
What's happening? What's happening, family? What's happening, Dre? What's happening, bud?
You,
Hey,
fam.
what's going on?
This is a remnant member. This is a part of my crew.
All right, I just wanted to say thank you both, phenomenal gentlemen.
Talk a little bit about you, what you do, what's going on with you, PB.
Well, right now I'm a student currently, and my goal is to get my doctorate in physical therapy. A little bit about my background. Green as hell, for real.
Mm-hmm.
And I was involved in I was involved with people that was in the dope game. I wasn't in the dope game.
Right.
Those were just the people that I was surrounded by a lot.
Gotcha. So tell us, PB, you give us some perspective of what you've learned as the remnant.
What I've learned as a remnant is
I know it's a lot. Just sprinkle some.
just some of it, man. Respect my elders, love my mama, my daddy. First and foremost, for real, love my mama and love my daddy. And that's probably like coming from a situation like how I came up out of, that's probably one of the most important ones that I can just gravitate to right now. But
we'll unpack that. What do you mean by that? Because the people don't understand why that's significant, because people would think that most people love their mom and their daddy.
To unpack it, basically, the reason why that's important to me, or how I applied it is the way I'm applying it right now, is my mother, first and foremost, she never graduated high school. But my father, he had a PhD. And I realized that my father never knew how to talk to my mother, and my mother treated me like how she feels about my father. They never really got along. And I was just in the middle of that thing, and I noticed that my mother always felt insecure. She always thought, she was like, man, you just like your dad. You just like your dad. And I'm like, man, I don't even know what that means.
Did you have resentment? Did you resent her for that?
I didn't have resentment towards her. I reacted. I emotionally reacted. And I was just like, man, I'm trying to learn how to be a better man. And the crazy thing about it is I've always wanted to learn how to be that, but I just never said it out loud. And I just knew that what you guys had said, I couldn't, when it comes to people giving you information, I couldn't apply what I was learning in school, outside of school, within the first 20 seconds outside of campus. I couldn't apply algebra to my relationship with my mom or my dad.
Right.
You know, I couldn't apply that stuff. apply writing because she gonna think I'm being smarter than her. She's like, man, you getting smart with me? I'm like,
well, let me say, PB. So you reacted before, and so when you start coming to the remnant, how did you deal with the situation?
When I started coming to the remnant classes, what I did was I realized that this information is it's the original information of our people. This is what men were before we were broken or close.
Wow, Jerry, that's a very good statement. It's a very good compliment to your school.
Yeah. That's what's up.
I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
No, thank you. That's what I've learned being in the remnant. This is what the original man was before we got broken. We were able to lead. We were able to respect our mothers and our fathers, honor our mothers and our fathers, love our brothers, love our sisters, and have no hatred. And I knew it was important for me to exercise that out of my spirit, out of my heart, out of my being, because I knew I could not be a man if I had any hardness or embitterment towards the people that I struggled with, growing up with, at home, and in my community. Because now that I'm in a place where there's only 2 Black people everywhere I go, and I'm one of them, I cannot feel like, oh man, this dude ain't nothing because he's not getting the education that I got. I'm just gonna repeat the same cycle over and over again. And when I see my mom, she still dresses like she's from the island where they got dirt roads, and it's just like, man, but that's still my mama.
That's right. PB, so, I'm not gonna take too long, man, because I got a lot of people lined up. But thank you for coming in, man. I love you. I see you in class.
Thank you, family. All right, bud. Okay. All right, Dre.
All right, be cool, man. That was some good shit.
We got Paul in here. It must be your peoples.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Dre, Bud, what's going on? One thing
all right.
that I learned from Bud. Hey, Bud until we first met, Bud, we kind of bumped heads. We was going at it. Because Bud, I was my grandfather was a pimp, and I was raised by pimps. But I was smart just because of that I don't know everything. I still got a lot more to learn. But I made that decision because, you know, one of the biggest things Bud taught me that I'm not my mind. You know, and being able to see that because it is my mind, I'm able to control over it because the mind, to me, it governs the most lot of things. And man, there's so much that start with it, and it's learning about it. Even
what do you think the most important thing? What do you think the most important thing that you've taken? I know there's a lot of them, but just give us one of the most important things that you've taken from the class that has helped you in your life.
Who, me?
No. Hold on, Mr. O. You come in next.
All right.
Talking to Paul.
And inserting me into whatever it is I do, because without, I'm not getting nothing out of it. If I'm not learning the experience that I'm in, is to
Paul, you know what?
Do something.
You know what? You embarrassing me with that stuttering, man. What's up with that?
Well, I'm not. I ain't. You know, I'm just talking.
You are, but you stuttering and you mumbling. Say what you know. You know how you're supposed to do that. He asked you what is one of the most important things you got. Now, whatever that is, you should be able to spit it.
For me to insert myself in it, whatever it is.
For you to insert yourself, you're right. That means, you know, you can look at shit from the outside if you want to, or you can be directly involved with it. Being directly involved with it, you're going to be thinking what you're thinking about the situation instead of wondering what someone else is thinking about it. You know, I believe that it's all about you, you know, and that's what I really teach them. And to me, you cannot not have words. When you run out of words, you run out of game. When you start that goddamn all that shit, that just turn a person off because you're not sure about what you're saying.
Hey,
And I
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The beauty of how Rosebud critiques you like a father, that man love you, man. That's beautiful. I want you to take that as beauty. Don't look at it as nothing else. Only a man. My father did the same thing to me because he loved me, and it made me the best I could be. So for Rosebud to step in because he loved you, to tell you what you can and cannot be because he know what he told you, that ain't nothing but fire and love. Okay, Paul, got to go to the next person. Love you,
I
boy.
me,
respect it.
you know I love you, Paul.
All
You
right.
know that.
Mr. O, speak
Yeah,
to us.
yeah. What's up, Dre? So the most important thing that I'm getting out of your classes that I'm attempting to impart into my spirit is making things that the average man, you know, think is so big, so small. Like, you know, like how many men the girl he likes has been with, where he comes from, how he was raised, how his parents treated him, what kind of education he had or didn't have, stuff like that. How most men, they elevate money and wealth, and how you just minimize all that. You know, like that's the most important things that I'm getting out of your class. How you make things that people think are so big, so small, and so ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's powerful.
yeah,
That's powerful, Mr. O. Proud of you, boy, for representing.
yeah. Thank you. That's
Let
all
me
I
let me
wanted to say.
repeat what you said. He said how people value money and fame and popularity, and he has learned within the class how to minimize that. Why that don't have to be something that he's looking up to. And the information has taught him that he could be all those things that people value right where he is in his life right now.
Dre, you know what I got from what he was saying is that you taught him how to have perspective,
Yes.
how to see things in their proper perspective.
Yes, indeed.
You know,
Yes, indeed.
which is a big fucking thing.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
love you, boy. I
How
see
to
you in
see
class.
things in
All right,
their
take
proper
care.
perspective. Yes,
Okay.
indeed. This is a big fucking thing.
Is this your
We love you, boy. I see you in class. All right. Brooklyn Sean, what's up? Hey man, what's that,
Brooklyn
Jack?
Sean? We see you. What's up? You Brooklyn Sean, you on?
Hey man, what's that, Jack?
Yo,
What's up?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You Brooklyn Sean, you on?
All right.
Hey man, what's that, Jack?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. Jaffe talking though.
Jaffe talking? Hold on, Jaffe. Jaffe, go ahead. We can't hear you. Turn your mic on, Jaffe. Turn your mic on. Turn your mic on. We can't hear you, Jaffe. For whatever reason, we can't hear you. Brooklyn Sean. Jaffe, call right back
Yeah, what's
in. For
happening?
whatever reason, we can't hear you.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Brooklyn Sean. Brooklyn Sean, go ahead.
Going in and out. I tell you, my name is.
Let me go ahead, say something. Let me see. Can't hear you either for some reason. You got your mic turned off? Sean, call back in. Hold on. We're going to get it right. We're going to get it right. Drip God, what's up?
What's up, Dre? What up, Rosebud?
What's
Hey,
up,
now
loved
what's
one?
happening?
What's up, man? Hope y'all having a blessed evening. I wanted to ask a question about is there any way that you can articulate to men like how to go about not having your way, like just being told no, and how to move around that and how to maneuver around that?
Grow up.
That's right. I hear that. I hear that.
Rosebudd give you some real simplicity.
That's right. That's all you gotta do. I respect that.
Hey, you gotta be comfortable with using them little words.
That's powerful. Grow up.
Hey, but in reality, bro, what would make you not be able to accept no?
What would make me be able to not accept no? I don't think there's anything that would make me personally not. I love the word no. I love being not being given my way and having to earn it and fight through it. Me personally speaking.
Okay, so you was asking that question in general for people.
Yeah, just for other men, basically, man. Because people get told no, and it's like the end of the world for them, and everybody doesn't have it.
Because they take it personal, man. You got to quit taking shit personal.
And do you think it's a deep-rooted insecurity that some people may have?
Yeah, it's not an insecurity the way you might see it, but it's an insecurity that they think because they've been told no, they're not good enough. They got a complex. They hear no. I'm like you. When I hear no, I'm happy she said it so fast because it's saving me from wasting time.
Right.
Shit, the quicker you say no, the quicker I can go on about my business. But now, that's just me and how I think about it. Dre might have a whole nother perspective.
A no to me means you ain't got enough information. That's all it means to me. You ain't got enough information.
It ain't nothing to be mad about. I know that.
No. You just ain't got enough information. I've been told no many times. I mean, Walter Mosley, when he was first becoming a writer, who wrote The Devil in a Blue Dress, my dad had got inspiration when he was writing his book because Walter Mosley said he got like 200-300 no's before he got one yes. And then he became the great Walter Mosley. Right? So when my dad would send his book out, he was like, well, son, I only got 70 now. I still got this many to go. I only got this, and ultimately Pam Bernstein out of the William Morrow Company in New York gave him a yes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna have the vision. Some of the top rappers got told. I remember they said Nelly was trying to work 8 years to get on before he dropped Country Grammar. So that's a part of life. People telling you no, it's a part of life. Okay, Drip God, I gotta go, man. Some other people on there love. Anthony, what's up with it, family?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing tonight?
Man, it's all great to train.
All right. Well, I want to say what I learned from both of y'all, right?
Yeah.
The value of being your own man. Like you guys teach, like, hey, don't try to be like this person or that person, but be your own man and know the value within yourself and think about building legacy. Because if you taking your focus off of anything else except building for your family and everything, if you don't have value in you, how you expect somebody else to have value in you?
Oh man,
that's what's up.
Yeah. And y'all taught me that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's why I tune in. I holler at you, and Dre, I hollered at you on the gram.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be talking to you on the 9th, on June 9th, because I'm gonna do some one-on-ones, because like I said, the information is priceless.
Yes, sir.
So I advise anybody to get with you and Rosebudd, because the information y'all, like I said, you can't learn this at no university.
No.
They ain't gonna teach you this.
No, because they don't know it.
They gonna hide this shit from you. Really, Dre, they don't know it.
They don't know it, Dre. Yeah, that's a good word.
I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? For everything y'all doing, and like Rosebudd, I told you before, man, my dad mentioned you a long time ago. He mentioned you, Iceberg, Slim, and Drake. That's who we mentioned. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Pop's still here?
Huh?
Pop's still here?
Yeah, he's still here, man.
Tell him to say what's up.
Yeah. Oh, well, he at his house, I'm at home, but I'm gonna tell him that, man, because I'm finna get him to start joining this. Because I talked to him. I said, man, guess who I talked to the other night? Who you talked to? I said, Rosebudd.
That's right. That's right.
But look, man, I'm gonna respect y'all time, man. But I love y'all, man, and Dre, I'm gonna be reaching out to you soon, man.
Oh, good. Love you, boy. Holler back.
I love y'all.
Okay, one. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Brooklyn Sean, what's up, man? We got you back, man. What's up? I guess not. We trying to get you up on here, man. Yeah, here go your boy, Juan.
Juan Diego.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Wonderful.
Good.
How
What's
you
up
doing?
with you, Juan?
I'm doing good, man. Just working over here in Monterey County.
Okay.
You guys asked what I got from, well, I went to SW, Alumni, and as well as part of the Council of Extraordinaire currently, after SW. What I got from it, as my phone cut out the last time I called Bud, is honesty and lying. I was doing a lot of lying. And what?
Go ahead.
Be honest. Right. And I believe on the fundamental of anything, if you can't get that down, anything else is bullshit. It's going to come back and bite you in the ass. And after meeting Bud for the first time and him talking to me, he brought that out of me. And when I realized, I seen how much I was bullshitting. And so finally, I faced myself and became honest. And I was able to find the true me, which I still am working on myself daily, as Bud teaches us, small victories. So overall, what I got out of it is honesty. And I take that to this day.
That's beautiful, man, Bud. That's beautiful, man. We thank you for that testimonial, Juan. Thank you for that, man. That's beautiful, Bud.
Good shit, Juan.
Hey, Brooklyn. I know we're trying to make it happen, baby, but your connection or something over there, your vocals. Yeah.
Man, you know.
Go ahead, Brooklyn. You on, Brooklyn? Yeah, okay. Well, we
I'll tell you about Brooklyn Sean.
Brooklyn, what's up? Brooklyn, what's up? Yeah, it ain't working for you, family.
Hey, I'll tell you about Brooklyn Sean. He started fucking with a brother. And
hold on, Bud. Hold on. Let me say this. Hold that real quick. Average, regular people who's not in the class, if you guys got some questions for Bud and I, here's the link you guys can come on. If you're not in the class, it's time for you to come on if you want to ask some questions. Go ahead, Bud. Sprinkle us about what you're saying.
Yeah, well, Brooklyn Sean was one of the first guys that showed me that he really wanted to. He didn't miss a class. He didn't miss a show. He always was there. I could count on that motherfucker for some years. I'm serious, man. Even after he graduated and shit.
Yeah.
I still can count on it because I still run into him periodically. He holler at a brother. But he was one of the first believers in SWU.
Man, he been in my class too. That's why I wanted to see what he had to say because he's been, you know what I'm saying? He's been getting the game. So if you guys want to come on, you got a question, come on in right now. Bud and I gonna holler at you.
Well, you guys, God damn it.
All right. Well, if you guys
you know me, I don't be begging you to come on. If you want to come on, because we here for you.
Yeah, for real. Brooklyn Sean, man, what's up with your reception, man? You in a bad area or something? We can't hear you. We can't see you. Nothing, man.
You know that this game me and Dre split may not be your cup of tea, you know, and if it ain't, I'm gonna just let you give you a fair warning and you're gonna get overdosed, goddamn.
Yeah. Hey G baby, what's up with him?
Hey
What's
G,
up, man?
That's my neighbor. Is that your neighbor?
What's up, baby?
That's my neighbor, man. What's up,
man? I can't call it, man. I'm hanging out, man. You know, I just made some good food, man. You need to eat some of these meals with me one of these days, man. Come over and show you something,
what you
man.
got, AG? What you got to talk about? God damn it!
You know, I just wanted to know, man. What you guys think is imperative for a player to make sure he gets done immediately when he's first able to touch him some good chicken, though. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes we want to go and buy things, man. We might be missing out on shit, and we might forget what we really need to be doing. And I just wonder, like, maybe what's one or two things you think a brother should, get done that's imperative to his game, whether it be maybe an LLC or, setting up his game to, be able to have credit, or, I'm just trying to figure it out. Like what's something that you guys would believe is imperative
Most
for
of
a brother
those
to get
things
done immediately.
you just mentioned is how to get out the game. What you want to do to get out the game. But if you come up with what you need to do in the game, you need to do some big game shit. If you want respect in the game, having hoes ain't shit, but I mean, you do have hoes and it is something, but that's not big. Everybody got hoes. So it's something you're going to do with your money that's going to show that you're doing something out of the ordinary. And you doing it because you believe in this game so much. Otherwise, I ain't saying go buy a Rolls Royce, but when you go buy one, and you scream and pimping like a motherfucker, see, that's big. That's very big. Not because you have a Rolls Royce, but because you was able to reach to that stature, believing in what you doing to get the money. That's big. Go ahead.
Let me caution you. And see, this is something that probably, because now we in a day that, we want to, it's smart for us to try to go and, put your money somewhere and do this and that and that. And that's a good game. I get it. But my father said something to me one time that always stuck with me. I was telling him I'm about to go do this, that, and the other. He says, be careful. He said, be careful. He said, nigga, don't go buy yourself a job.
Hey, that's what you doing when you go get all that shit. Now you got to take care of it, motherfucker.
Yeah. He said, nigga, don't go buy yourself a job. He said, listen, I remember when, I think it had to be 96, and I was, I had got out of San Bruno, and I met my partner Goldmine, and he was rapping, and I said, man, teach me how to do that shit. These niggas out here making all this money rapping about the shit that I really live. So he tried to teach me how to do a little rapping, and I'm thinking about, man, shit, man, I'm gonna try to get some of this money and try to learn how to do this rapping and all this kind of stuff. And so I start doing this shit. I had the mansion in Forest Hill. I'm doing good. I got all the money in the world. But what I start noticing is them hoes start feeling a little insecure. The broad start feeling like a new hoe was in town, that I was paying more attention to them, to this new hoe music, that I was them.
Okay.
And so it's a real dangerous area as you're trying to transition. You right? Because my father used to say that this game ain't what you do, it's who you are. Right?
Trey, that's real. That's real.
Right. It's who you are.
The thing
don't buy yourself a job.
And the thing about this game is when you really down, them hoes believe, not that you need them, but in order to be you, they gotta be with you. They think that. And when you show this interest in rapping, and they motherfucking see, man, he's starting to really like that goddamn shit. That shit become a threat to them.
Yeah, because I don't need them no more.
Yeah, it can take you from them. And they thinking he ain't gonna need me no more. And it could cause problems.
Cause some problems, partner. Yeah, you cause some problems. You right, bud, because and I seen it so many times. I was shifting and trying to transition. I always seen the potential of the problem right there, because I wasn't totally out. I was thinking about trying to plant something to get out, but that betwixt area is dangerous, because you can get a bad decision within that area there.
Not only that,
because it's a vulnerability that you're facing. Trying to shift, you're very vulnerable. Go ahead, bud.
Not only that, but them bras, they get to believe in, because you who you are, you gonna get out.
Yeah.
They get to believe in you gonna come up and get out.
Yeah.
And then what they gonna be? That's how they be thinking. we gonna be left. You know, so
I'm not saying don't go try to do those things and everything. I'm just saying that you got to be very, very careful.
man, the bitch ain't supposed to know everything.
I didn't even want to say that, man, because you know he might got his game over there and all this kind of shit, man.
Man,
I'm trying to look out for him, man.
There ain't some shit you keep to your motherfucking self.
Yeah.
You do that because you know it's a problem starter.
It's gonna be a problem, man.
She ain't gonna want you to quit pimping on her motherfucking ass.
Yeah, just something.
And what you should have did was went to the studio and came up to my man. Shit was fucked up. Man, that was fucked up shit. Them bitches would love you. Hurry up and go back to the studio. We gonna get you some more money.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, baby, thank you, loved one.
You know it, AG.
All love, baby.
Sean, you on there now? Come on, man. We still can't hear you.
Hey, we see you on, but your audio's off. Turn your audio on because you look clear, but your audio's off.
Can't hear you.
Turn your audio on because we could see you real good finally, but we just can't hear you.
Who is that, Cam?
Cam, what's up with him, man?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, so I want to thank both of y'all for having this show. Like this show was powerful. I'm just now getting on, but I just want to say what you guys are doing is very important. What you guys are doing is very important. Like what you're showing the men that are watching the stream is invaluable. And Dre, I don't really know too much about you. Like I just found out about you, but what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing from you is beautiful, man. As far as Bud, like Bud came along in my life in a point in time where I was dealing with a lot of stuff. You know, my daughter, child support, court system, like getting out of a marriage. And I think the most important thing that he showed me was just being able to stand on what you think. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to stand strong in your principles and your beliefs. And his course helps develop your beliefs. And for me, the other thing that he taught me is developing my eye. Developing my eye, my ability to hear, listen, interpret, and also speak my opinion on things. Honestly, there's good and there's bad to that. Actually, it's all good. But I want to say you might think that you know people in a certain kind of light, but once you take the course, it's almost like you put on these 3D glasses where you see the world in a completely different way. And for me, it transformed my life.
Cam, let me say something, man. That
I'm gonna be grateful for.
Cam, I learned this since you graduated, and I teach it now. But that eye you talking about, that's game. That's really game. That and it's really the third eye. And
right.
Everything you see with your two eyes is what people see. But as soon as you see whatever the fuck you see, your third eye takes over. And the game that you have, start seeing whatever you seeing, and you make the choices based on that sight.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
I do. I do.
And that's dope. I'm glad you said that. That's pure dope.
Yeah. So that I just want to say, as far as the course is concerned, like Rosebudd will take you on a trip where he gives you the base level understanding. So he gives you like a survival kit, but it's up to you to go in the jungle, take that survival kit, you know what I'm saying, cut down the trees, figure out how to build a fire, figure out how you're going to get through this to get something to eat. You know, that's what's so dope about the courses, because it forces you to use your own mind, interpret the world that you're seeing, and then build on that. And it's like building block after building block after building block after building block, and it totally transforms your life. So for that, I'm gonna be forever indebted to this man, and I completely and utterly sponsor his course and everything he teaches, because it does nothing but help develop manhood. And it's some shit that completely.
Hey, Cam, let me ask you this too. You mentioned your daughter. You mentioned court. You remember we had that conversation too, right?
I do.
So what I'm saying is, it ain't just about, you know, things for manhood, if that's the case, or the streets or whatever. It's for every aspect of taking care of your goddamn business. You know, he was having some problems, and I told him, man, take your ass to court. You remember me telling you that?
I do.
Take your ass to court and get your shit straight. And then baby ain't gonna be fucking with you because she's seeing you serious. Yeah. And I guess you saying things that's really been going good, right?
Yeah. As far as the court thing is concerned.
Hey man, that's beautiful, man.
The beginning was turbulent, but the principles that you teach, like being able to schools, that's what helped me get through the courtroom. Yeah. That's what you get through, you know, dealing with attorneys and lawyers lying on my name and that kind of thing.
Right.
Help build my character. So, like I said, I completely endorse this course, and it's forever changed my life.
Well, man, I want to appreciate that wonderful testimony. Proud of you, man, and keep on applying the information. Love one, I'll holler back.
You know it.
Wayne Easy.
I'm trying to get my audio together, man. I don't know if you can hear me. You can hear me?
You perfect.
Okay. Yeah, man, my name Wanizi for Sheezy. We grew up in Richmond, California. So, you know, we studied you, Dre, a lot, especially back in my younger years. I'm 38, so I say younger years, but like when I was like 30 years old. Yeah. We seen that American Pimp. But I ain't no pimp myself though. I always wanted to be, but you know, I drive trucks. I'm driving trucks right now. But you know, really, it's not a question for me. I'm trying to help my partner. I don't know if he's trying to go through a divorce or something with his lady, but the dude I think he's losing himself because he's like coming with these contraptions or like a recorder device. You know what I'm saying? And he's putting it in his lady car to catch his lady in action. So I'm trying to tell him, you losing yourself, brother. You know, I mean, the biggest, and they got kids. So I'm like, the best thing you got to do, you got to be Santa Claus and it got to be Christmas every weekend with your kids, man. You know what I'm saying? The kids is most important. And then you got to invest in yourself. I be telling them, you got to build yourself up, groom yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Go step your dress game up. And you know what I'm saying? Go step your game up, though. But
yeah.
I don't know what else to tell him, but he losing himself, going that route.
Tell him to get in class, man. Tell him to get that course that Rosebud got. That's what you're telling.
Tell him, tell his ass either one is gonna help him.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, me and Dre speak the same language and it translates to any continent. And it's man.
That's right.
We speak man shit.
Right. You know, I mean, because it's a lot. I mean, this whole generation, I don't want to put it on one YouTuber. Rest in peace to that brother. But, you know, a lot of people eat bashing the ladies or blame the lady. So I'm like, bro, that ain't really manhood, man. You got to stand on yourself. I don't want to say you can't blame the lady for whatever she done wrong, but you got to, you know what I'm saying, just hold yourself accountable and stand on some principles, though, man. You know, doing that recorder stuff, I don't believe in that, man.
What a lot of brothers don't realize is that they got to build that foundation. And that's what Cam was talking about, Dre. He keep doing these little things, this little thing, and he pile them up. Those little things pile up to become a basis for you to stand on.
Yeah.
You get enough of them, you're going to believe you can do
man,
shit.
I definitely got much respect for both of y'all. Much y'all time, and I love y'all, brother. This is legendary right here because a lot of people they don't got no uncles, they ain't got no real OGs left that really got a real knowledge, you know what I'm saying, to help somebody get through life and everyday, you know, struggles, you know what I'm saying? So much respect to both of y'all brothers, man. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man.
Yeah.
Good shit, man. Thank you.
Your boy Earl. What's up, Earl? I remember you.
Earl, what's that?
What's going on, bud?
What's that?
What's going on, Dre?
Oh, it's all good, loved one.
Yeah, I just called in and represent, tell you what I got from SWU. Well, shoot, man, it's three main things I got. First one was stop lying to yourself. Yeah, see, when you lying to yourself, you really being a punk because you're afraid of the truth. And because the truth scare you, you try to live out the lie and make it easier for you to accept not facing what you really want to do.
Right.
The second thing I learned, and I didn't even realize this until I heard Dre talk about how he didn't quit, was the biggest thing he respected about himself. I learned a don't quit mindset having to face all them assignments that I had to do, because it was a 12-week course. I'm a truck driver too. So I only had one day to do the assignments, and I had to do them in different states. So it was like my back was up against the wall every week, and I had to tell myself, ain't no excuses.
That's beautiful.
You got to get it out. And then not only that, I started doing the assignments in like 2 and 3 hours.
Let me ask you this, Earl. You got this information. There's somebody out there, right, that need to hear something specific from you, from what has empowered you through SWU. Talk to them right now. What would you tell them?
And the first thing, really, everybody out here got a thought in their mind that's going to make them the person they want to be. There's nobody alive that don't have a vision. The problem is you won't believe in your vision. You believe in the lie you've been told by society. And the only reason you believe in the lie because you ain't never been introduced to you. See, most people, they scared. You scared of you because you got to step off all this shit that society try to make life feel easy about. But really, it's making it hard.
That's your student right there, Rosebud.
Hey, man,
I can hear it.
Do you see me cheesing, man?
That's your student right there,
man,
Rosebud.
Come on, man. Motherfucker finna bring tears in my eyes, man.
Hey.
You know, in the cold part about it, he did this shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about with all the problems, because I make sure we have problems at first.
Yeah.
We gonna bump heads. Ain't being cool. Ain't no being cool. I ain't your goddamn friend. And we fucking just, me and Earl went through it a little bit. And I'm telling you, one point he just got it.
Hey, you wasn't gonna stay up off of him.
I know.
Hey, Dre, and what he ain't telling you, I'm 5'9", 423 pounds right now.
Well, why would he
I
need to tell
just
me
lost.
That?
I just lost 40 pounds.
Me hearing you has told me enough. All I need to know.
I used to tell him, man, your body or nothing ain't got shit to do. We know niggas with one eye, with one leg, motherfuckers ugly as hell, and they got a gang of women.
A gang of them. That shit don't mean nothing. I've heard enough just when I heard you speak, and I want to thank you for your testimony. We got to move though, Earl. Love you, boy.
Good shit, man. Good stuff, Earl.
One. Okay, who's next?
Zero.
Let's go, family.
Hey, how you doing, Rosebud? How you doing?
What's happening?
Andre. I'm just right here listening to you guys speak about your guys' classes and stuff, and I actually attended Rosebud's. I was a student actually. I didn't actually graduate, but I just want to say that it's helped me out a lot so far. I got my notebook right here with me. I take all my notes every day. Anytime I go out and I have any type of conversations with anybody, and I write down exactly what I'm going to say. I think what this class has taught me is how to play chess. To make my this notebook is actually helping me think my moves before they even happen. Maybe even to a point as far as I can possibly could take it mentally. But this right here is gold. And I'm not gonna show you what's inside, you guys. You guys actually have to go to school for this. You guys actually have to go and listen to the courses. But the courses will tell you what to take notes of, so you know what to say the next time.
Hey, Ciro, come back and graduate, bro.
Because that's
all I'm coming back. I'm gonna graduate.
No, come back and graduate in July, dude. I'm gonna hook you up.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right,
Serious
bro.
business, man.
Hey, you guys need to join, man. Join. You guys will be when we're ready. I tell you.
Okay, we want the testimony. Love.
Hey, you know what? See, I tell my students, man, see, you don't know, man, I'm really out the streets. I'm really a drug dealer. And the damn course that I'm giving you is the drugs. And you be in this goddamn class 2 weeks, you hooked.
Yeah.
You coming back, you ain't, and he ain't been in school in over a year.
Yeah.
And he still got his book. He's
Please
still
believe.
using that shit. He coming back.
Hey, man, that's beautiful. So I'm glad that you give him some materials and stuff. How we do it in the remnant, because we do everything online. When a person joins the remnant, they automatically have access to all of the material that they have not seen, even if it's 2, 3, 4 years ago. I open up everything for every remnant member, so they have a warehouse of information at their leisure. And the reason why I like doing it like that, because when I'm delivering the information, it's like when you're reading a book or you get an audio book, right? So you get an audio book with exactly the passion and how I delivered something versus you reading it. So I like it being, where they can rehash how it was delivered and they can feel the impact of that. So when you get the class, when you become a member, you have access to the warehouse of classes that you have lost. So, but I love the fact and how you actually give them materials that they have to study, and you give them time frames that has to be done. That's powerful. I love that. Bob or Broderick, you guys is on.
You can't hear you, Bob.
Can't hear you. Broderick, what's up?
Broderick, you there? I remember you, Broderick.
You become a member by going on my page and clicking join. It's the join button is right by the subscribe button on my page. Or sometimes they make it difficult where you can't do it by your phone. You got to do it from your laptop or computer. You become a member. You join Rosebud's class, SWU. If you contact Rosebud, he will give you all the information at askrosebud.com. Askrosebud.com.
No. Ask Rosebud at gmail.com.
Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you, Rosebud. Ask Rosebud at gmail.com.
Right.
That's how you become a part of SWU. All right. So let me
you always go to my site, rosebudtheauthor.com. And everything is there for you to see.
That's real. What we got here? Come on. Who we got?
Bob, we still can't hear you. Look at Jonathan Gentry. What's up, Jonathan?
What's up, Bud? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Look at G Gray. Man, come on, God damn.
I told you done canceled the call tonight, man. The council get on here and kick it with you on here, bud. It's like sitting down at the dinner table, man.
We can hear you now. You can hear what's happening, man.
What's happening, bud?
Yeah, I heard you. What? Go ahead.
Well, Broderick. I just wanted to say, can you hear me? Go ahead, Broderick.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
Roger, we can't get you. You got to unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear
you,
okay, what's going on, Bud? What's going on, Dre?
What's happening with it, loved one?
All right. Hey, Dre, I don't know if you remember a couple of months ago, I got a chance to meet you at the Players Ball in Chicago at Bishop Don Juan joint. I told you, that knocking season, I told you, man, that shit hot. I said,
right.
That shit every day.
That's what's up.
Gentry, what's up with you?
Yeah, so I just want to keep it short. I'm also a graduate of SWU, and when I say the shit is life changing, when I first joined, I was a total different dude.
You know what I'm saying? I had to learn there's a difference between being a man and a male. You know what I'm saying? When I joined, it was a lot of shit I had to overcome. And we talk about confidence. We talk about confidence a lot, but before you can get the confidence, you got to have the courage to do this shit. So what Bud teaches in his course is how to bring that courage out of you, because every man is born with courage. And I'm gonna leave that at that because I don't want to give it away. But I just want to say, man,
don't give it away, baby.
I'm definitely not gonna give it away. It's 200 motherfuckers up in here, man. If y'all ain't rocking with Dre or rocking with Bud, go join SWU. Go join Dre program. Build yourself as a man. It's life changing for real.
Thank you for that testimony.
For sure.
Hey, G. It's cool. Thank you.
That was beautiful, bro. That was beautiful, Bud. You should be proud of you.
Hey, Broderick, you've been on there so long. Can you hear it?
Broderick,
we can't hear you.
Can't get you, man. Damn, Broderick, man. You know that's on your end.
Go
Everybody
ahead,
else.
Jonathan, what's up?
Bob Williams. Hold on. Bob been on here for a minute.
Can we hear you, Bob? No.
Can't hear Bob either.
Unmute yourself, Bob.
Try to unmute yourself, Bob. And that way, and hit the little mic option when you logging into the app. All right.
What's up, Jonathan?
I just wanted to say, I appreciate y'all doing this again. I'm super excited when I see y'all get on here. What I learned from SWU, I've kind of already articulated in one of the previous shows. But what I wanted to add on to this show is that you have to be a man of action. When I'm calling in the Rosebudd show, when I'm calling in here, I'm just calling in to share some of the small victories that I've had. I was just telling Bud just the other day when I called, my birthday was last week, and I'm thinking, man, like, what am I going to do for my birthday? And so I bought a new condo for my birthday. I've been saying for the last 2 years, I'm going to get my own place. I'm going to do this. I want to do this. I want to have this experience. I realized that manhood was right before me. It was just a matter of me going out and taking it. Didn't have to ask permission. I just had to explain what I was doing.
That's beautiful.
And so Bud said something the other day when I told him I bought my condo. He said, man, when you said that, I thought you was just going to go get an apartment. I didn't know that you was talking about like you was going to buy a house across the street.
Right.
But what I didn't share with you, Bud, because you was also giving me some game in that call, is that I bought the unit next door.
Wow.
Hey, what can I say, man? Motherfucker grow up and the next thing you know, he doing shit. I love it, man. I love it, Jonathan.
Yeah, man. I just
want to hear you, Broderick.
No, you can come on in that room.
Still can't hear you.
Broderick, man, come on, man.
I just wanted to share that because...
Hey, Jonathan, congratulations, man. And let me tell you something, man. The way you said what you said was believable. I know you feel that way and you mean it because the way you delivered it.
Oh, yes, sir.
You said, I just had to reach out and take it. I believe you. There was this one actor, Spencer Tracy. He told Burt Reynolds one time, Burt Reynolds asked him, what advice can you give me? And Spencer Tracy told Burt Reynolds, never be caught acting.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Never be caught acting. So the way you delivered that, you were believable. You weren't acting. I appreciate that.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that I've had to get comfortable with me.
Yeah.
So the stuff that people place on you, that's their stuff.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with the man in the mirror. Flaws and all. Because I know that I can make changes to my flaws. Once I'm identifying them, I can change them one at a time.
Man.
And I just address it and move on. We talked about this the last time. It's always going to be something. It's the negation of the negation.
Yeah.
It's not the negation of the negation. It's the continuation of this goddamn abadabba we got.
All day long, man. All day
it's going on and don't stop.
Nah,
hey, Dre, that's what we all. Dre, what's happening? It don't stop, bud.
Hey. Oh, no, this how it is, bud. Hey, bud, what's up? Oh, some more of it.
Some more
of it.
Oh, just some more of it, man.
Oh man, that right there puts. I know we say in our little small circle there's meanings to sayings. Right?
Yeah.
And what you just said, I just learned something.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna go on keep doing what I'm doing, man, because
Love,
I know it's
baby.
some more of it out here.
Of it, man. Yeah, just some more of it, man. Let's see if we can get these two that couldn't get their mics together.
Bob, what about you?
Yeah, man. It's on you guys in.
Wait. What about now?
There you go.
There you go.
I'm in there. I'm in that thing. I had to put it on my phone. I put it on my phone. I had it on my laptop, but I put it on my phone, and now I'm connected. I'm good.
Spit then,
I'm
baby.
good.
Spit.
Hey, Dre, I want to first of all tell you, man, I appreciate you, man. I love the elegance. I love the royalty, and I love your deference, brother. I love how you talk about your father. That's really dope to me, man. And Professor Dixon, you already know where I'm coming from with you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, brother Dre, I took Professor Dixon's class 4 times. The third time I took it, I got all the way down to the final exam, turned that bitch in 2 hours late, flunked my ass, and told me to come back the next semester.
Woo!
Came back the next semester, and I graduated.
Bob
I wasn't
Williams
gonna stop.
What I'm talking about.
I wasn't gonna
more
stop.
of it, man.
I wasn't gonna stop.
Hey, the thing about it, see, I'm like the Marines. I want the badass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I push and I try to make whoever quit. If you gonna quit. You got to Hey, I'll be talking like that, man. But I don't always talk like that. But when I have to, I do. Why? Because that's life. That's who I am. I'm life. I ain't giving you no breaks. I ain't caring who you are. I ain't caring about shit. You either gonna live it or not.
That's beautiful. Hey, man, for that testimony, we love you for that, boy. Keep pressing, man.
No doubt. No doubt. Love you, bro. Love y'all. Love y'all.
Man.
Peace.
Right on.
Sepulveda, what's up? Oh, man, come on. What's up with you? Oh, Roger, can we hear you now, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Finally.
That's what I'm talking about.
Boy.
That's what I'm talking about, fellas.
Hey.
Good evening. Good evening.
What's happening, bro?
Up?
Wait, in the words of the great Kenny Red, it's the same soup, just reheated.
Yes, sir.
And I got my audio fixed because I think it and I do it.
That's right.
But I just want to give my spiel on SWU, Professor. You know, we right there with it. I was a truck driver during the semester, graduated on the first run, and it pushed you to the grindstone. Professor will grind you out. You know what I'm saying? He will bring that out. Broke me out of my shell. Had me develop this confidence that I knew was always inside of me. And I'm forever grateful for that, Professor. And if anybody is watching the stream, need to get down with Rosebud, Gorgeous Dre, and my own Texas Swain. Man, I used to be a former shithead, sticking my head up a bull's ass looking for a good T-bone steak. But you need to start taking these butchers' word for it and get right.
Hey, Broderick. And I remember you graduated the first time through.
That's big.
Truckers don't do that. Cause they, they got too much going on, they say. But then, like I told you, I don't want to hear that shit. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. And this brother did it.
Wow.
Let me know whoever wanna do it.
Right. Well, and man, thank you for that testimonial, loved one. We finally got you on, and it was worth the wait, bro. All love. Sepulveda, every time you click on, for whatever reason, it clicks right off. I'm not understanding what's going on with your shit over there. Yeah, see, I'm not getting it. I don't know what's up. You've been doing this for like 20 minutes, and you're not getting no reception, or something is not happening. And I would love to hear what you got to say. Yeah, we can't hear nothing. You can't see you. We can't hear you. You got to turn your camera on, and you got to unmute your voice. So let's try that. All right. Well, you ain't turned off, so I'm gonna give you a couple, and I'll put the link up there. Hey, man, I'm very, very excited about the testimonials, Bud. I'm very proud of what you're doing for our brothers. For people. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
people at least got places that they can go if they're seeking for the information. And it's a lot of our people. I remember when I was dealing with systems and stuff, and I was trying to create something for brothers to come home from prison to be able to have a transitional place to come to that was just ran by our folks, people of color, right? And I was explaining to them that it's very difficult for our people to trust systems filled with white people. It has nothing to do with racism. It has a lot to do with the historical issues that have happened in this country. So when one of our people get out from belly of hell and they automatically come into an environment where there's a whole bunch of people that look like the people that have subjected them there, then there is this resistance to the face, right? So I wanted to create something. I was telling the government over here where our people who are professionals, that at least when the people come, they don't have to first overcome that. They could come and they can let their guards down. Okay, at least they like us, right? And then we can start from there. So I'm saying all that to say this: the fact that you have many people and I have many people coming into the classes because, first of all, they're comfortable with our story. They're comfortable that we're not going to have any judgment because they might come from the gutter, because we've had to come from certain situations in our own life. And I like that fact that people can go somewhere without feeling judged right when they come through the door. Now, we're going to be hard. We're going to put the pressure because we want you to be excellent at everything you do. But when you come through the door, you ain't got to never worry about us judging you for whatever you are, whoever you are. That's a beautiful thing. But
well, Dre, I don't want to contradict you, but I do want to say, in my method, I will judge you. Mm-hmm. But I'm not saying I'm having a judgment of you.
Right.
I will judge you for what I'm seeing. I'll save my judgment for how you come out this class.
Right.
Because see, when they got punk in them, and you don't really tell them you got punk in you, man. You don't tell them like that. They never get it because you just hinted it to them.
Right.
And they're not gonna take a hint.
Right.
People, they just don't. So they let it go. But when you front them off, motherfucker, you got punk in you, and I'm gonna punk you off if you let me.
Right. Right.
I'm letting them know.
That. I get that, but what I'm saying.
No, I understand what you're saying. We really don't judge.
No, I'm saying that somebody says, I got 5 felonies, right? So I got 5 felonies. There's certain places he ain't gonna feel comfortable to go because he gonna know because he got 5 felonies, they're gonna judge him before he comes through the door. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So there is a comfort. They already know they're gonna get the information, but at least everybody that come through the remnant class, they know from the gate. I don't give a damn where you came from. I don't give a damn what your story is. You could have came out of gang banging. You could have came out of selling drugs. You could have came out of jacking. Whatever you came up out of, you don't get judged because of that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Your past has nothing to do with what I can get.
Because the information is going to be able to bless you wherever you come from, is what I'm saying.
I agree
that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Or somebody could say, man, I come from Mexico. Now, because I'm a Mexican, is Dre going to feel a certain kind of way? And if he is, they're not going to feel like they want to come. So they already know. Look, bro, you damn near just like us. You done face the same kind of shit that we done face. We're in the same communities. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to help you just as much as I help the next man who's black. Right? That's why I got a lot of Latinos that's in my class. Because I feel like we won. You feel what I'm saying? We got the same situations, same experiences, right? And we going through the same shit because the most people in prison is black and brown people. You feel what I'm saying? So he ain't got to worry about because he's a Mexican, because he's a native Indian, or none of that shit. That before you come into the door, I'm gonna judge you because you're native. I'm gonna judge you because you're a Mexican. I'm gonna judge you because you got felonies. I'm gonna judge you because you was a gang member. No. That shit ain't got nothing to do with this information that's gonna be able to part whatever pit you come up out of, whatever your circumstance is. Like the one brother came and said that you helped him go through his marriage. Now, what if he would have felt because he's going through something with his marriage, and you was a man that preached the importance of marriage, he would have felt like, well, he ain't a nigga I want to go fuck with because he's saying that you can't get divorced under no circumstances. So he gonna feel like you gonna judge him. So he ain't gonna get the information. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
I
all I'm
do.
saying. Motherfucker ain't got to worry about whatever you come from, whatever you come up out of, right? That I'm gonna prejudge you before you get into the door. It ain't gonna happen. Come as you are, motherfucker. Come as you are. I'll deal with the rest.
Hey. So just like that, we so different, but
yeah,
we both say the same shit. God, come as you are, motherfucker.
yeah.
I look at what I look at the way I look at it. You look at the same thing the way you look at it.
Yeah,
But we
yeah.
both getting there.
Yeah.
To the end. You understand what I'm saying? And we both getting people to do better.
Let me tell you one of the differences. One of the differences. So, you know, your approach out of your personality is so empowering because you're extremely direct. Like you said, if you see somebody, you know what I'm saying, that you feel got some punk in them, you're going to address it off the gate. Man, you got some punk in you, man. Right? Because that is a method. It is a method.
Yeah.
Right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay some information down so that you come up with it yourself. I'm going to put some things out that's going to spell it out to you, and you're going to have the decision whether you want to continue in that behavior or you not. That's how I'm going to deal with it because that's how I operate. You operate the way you operate because it's been successful for you, and you could see the evidence from the people in your class. They respond to it. And so I operate differently because I got the success out of how I operate. I'm going to create a situation. I'm going to break it down so awesome to you. And I'm going to break this shit down where it's going to be so clear. And what's going to happen is if the shoe fit, wear it. And then I make you be responsible. You be responsible of what you gonna do about where you at. I'm not about to hold your hand to do right. You gonna have to decide to do that. I'm not gonna do that for you. But I'm gonna lay it out for you and let you understand why this is problematic, why this makes you deficient. And then when I lay it out for you, you as a man, that's what's gonna make you a man when you decide to do the right thing. I'm not gonna decide that for you.
You can't.
No, I'm not going to decide that. So that's how I operate. We got let me see. What's up?
What's going on, fellas? Can you hear
Shakes,
me?
what's up, Woody?
Hey, what's happening, Shakes? Yeah, we got you.
Hey, what's going on, man? I just wanted to say what's up to y'all, man. I've been following y'all since American Pimp, man, when I was a young man. And I just want to say thank you to you guys because finding y'all getting on YouTube actually saved my marriage, bro.
Wow, that's powerful.
Because like when I was a young man, you know, I seen y'all on American Pimp and all that fly shit. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I was trying to send them when I was a young man. shit made me want to send it. You know what I mean? I had the old school Cadillac. I was calling myself Shake 'em Off the Pimpin'. It was going down, man. I had the long hair, the whole shebang bang. You know, it was going down.
Right.
And then I met this girl and I fell in love and I realized I wasn't trying to go to jail behind no bitches. So I stepped away from the street shit and I was like, all right, so I ain't gonna break I ain't gonna what did they say? I ain't gonna charge hoes. I ain't gonna break hoes, I'm gonna charge bitches. You get what I'm saying? Like if you wanted to fuck with me, you had to take care of me, you had to break bread or whatever it was. So, but then, you know, I met my met my wife, who's my wife now. We've been married for like 14 years. We've been together for like 19.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah,
Congratulations. It means a lot to
I
me.
appreciate that, man. Hey, man, seeing that you and Dub been together for the amount of time that y'all been together, helped me kind of refocus on what was important. You know what I mean?
That's
Because you
big.
know what, one bad bitch beat five funky hoes. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I had putting things back in that perspective. But if y'all had not come on YouTube, I had turned into a husband ass nigga, and my wife didn't fall in love, and she didn't marry a husband ass nigga.
Hey, see, the thing about Drake and his woman being together so long, you was able to see, man, you can still be fly and be square. That motherfucker square as a motherfucker. But he gamed up. You know, he living like he living, and he doing what he doing, and it seemed like he got a gang of bitches, but he don't need that shit. And it's cool.
I'm a married ladies man, bro. My dad told me some shit when I was young. He told me you can look at the menu, you just can't order nothing off
it. Beautiful. Thank you for them testimonials, Shakes, baby.
All love, y'all, man.
That's
y'all
what's
be
up.
Good, man.
Okay, one. Yeah, Bud, man. Hey, man. The evidence that the brothers out there, sisters, is enjoying, you know, these Tuesday nights, man. And it's a beautiful thing to know that we can continue to empower people, man, and encourage them to continue to move forward. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing, man. But yeah,
it is goddamn beautiful, man. I mean, no bumping heads, nothing. I mean, we both got gigantic egos.
Yeah,
but they don't fucking get in the way.
Right,
we men, man.
Right.
You know, hell, I doubt if you think you could do it better than me, or I could do it better than you, and I'm sure I don't think you do it better than me. And who fuck really?
Right.
We ain't caring about that. We caring about the big picture.
Yes, sir.
And that's reaching all these brothers that haven't. We're gonna introduce these brothers to somebody they haven't been around in 15 or 20 years, and that's themselves.
Right.
We're gonna reintroduce them to the real you.
Ain't no question. Man, we love you guys, man. We're gonna see you guys on next week. I'm thinking about my boy Bud because he might not want me to mention it, but he lost his dog. I know what it means. I lost my dog that was there for 13 years with me. A lot of people don't really, they just think a dog is a dog, man. But I know what it is, man, and to have something that you love that love you, because the dogs is, I don't know if I've seen anybody more faithful than a dog, man. And you leave the room.
There is nothing more faithful than a dog.
I'm telling you, God made them so incredible. You could leave for an hour, 2, 3 hours, or 5 minutes, and the reaction and the response of the dog is always the same. Like, you the greatest person in the history of the world.
Where the fuck you been, man?
I love you so much.
All right, Drake. Hey, I love y'all too, man. And we out, Drake.
If you want to.
Well,
you ready to go? I want to tell the people. I want you to say bye or something. You didn't say bye to them or nothing.
Well, I was fitting to. I just wanted to make sure we was done.
Yeah, I think so. I think we got them. Give them something to tune into next week.
Okay, because y'all make sure you tune in next week, because it's gonna be more of the same. Hey, Dre, it's just gonna be some more of it.
Some more of it, baby. Just some more of it, man.
Some more of it. All right, man. I'm gone.
Peace. We holler at you.